For November, we are going to get the new Theme Park Tycoon 2 update. And I want to talk about it since I'm not really sure what to think of it actually. And I want to talk with you guys about it. So, last night we got the new step saying that we're going to get an update, as I said, for November. And it will include a new leveling system. This is of course something we have no idea what it's exactly going to be. This is just what I think it's going to be, and I am actually a little bit concerned about a few things with this. Let's have a read what Dennis wrote in the news tab. So what he wrote was leveling will unlock most content in the game. So what will this mean? What is most content? Will this replace the missions? Will this replace achievements? And I think we're more probably going towards achievements. Of course, right now in the game, let me show you. If we go here and we have, of course, the achievements. This is how you basically unlock all the roller coasters and rides in the game. And of course also get some of the credits. Now, is this going to completely go? Probably not. But the rewards of the achievements, I think, are going to go. Apart from probably the credits are going to stay. But unlocking all the roller coasters and rides are going to go. Maybe even the statues, the cannons, well, as you can see, some trees. There's a lot more content, what Dennis is saying, that's locked behind achievements. Which, for new players, I don't know, it's indeed not the best system to reward you in terms of rides or other things, since you can just basically build a money farm and you have everything. You can just do some things very easily, and there's of course a lot of YouTube tutorials on how to get all of these items. So it's not very difficult, but it's also not that much fun. It's just playing the game, which the thing is the leveling going to be an improvement from achievements? If it's just going to be you play the game, you maybe get experience points. I have no idea how leveling is going to work in Theme Park Tycoon 2. Maybe the amount of stars, maybe the amount of cash, or maybe you need to research things like in Water Park World, where you need to actually like spend gems, and I think also like time to research rides and slides and stuff like that. So I hope we're not really going to get it in that way, since then it's just going to be, oh, you want to unlock the hypercoaster, you need to wait 20 minutes and I don't know, like 200 credits. That doesn't sound the most exciting, so I hope it's not going to be that. But if we continue, it says in a much more intuitive and a more relaxed pace than was the case before. A more relaxed pace. I personally would say it was already quite relaxed, like it wasn't like very fast. Of course, at the start you do get quite a lot of roller coasters and rides, but that's because it's the start. It shouldn't take 10 hours to get like, I don't know, like the first few roller coasters. They should be gone like straight after you play for a few minutes, since you want to play with those more rides. But by the sounds of it, it's more going to be limited right now, at least at the start of the game, and be more chill and more just taking longer to get everything, which I would say is not the biggest problem for me with this update, but one of the other things that I said will be. But we're getting in that a little bit later. Let's continue. Considering the growing amount of content. Now, I do agree with this. The more we're getting so much content, skins, rides, flat rides, probably even more other things. Yeah, it's getting a lot that Dennis has to put in all of these achievements. So I would agree, we do need a different system. If it's a leveling system, I don't know. We'll see how good it's going to be. We don't know exactly. But we are getting a lot of content in some of these achievements, which can feel like, oh wow, I just did a simple achievement, I got like 6-7 roller coasters, what is happening? So I could see that Dennis sort of want to spread them out instead of being on the one achievement and being in between like 10 different levels. I guess we're going to talk about that. It's very strange saying this. But then, the problem I might have with this leveling system, which I know some people maybe very like, and also a lot of people probably won't like. And that is, of course, any content that you have already unlocked will stay unlocked. So, of course, me and a lot of other players have already completed all of these achievements, all of the rides, has just basically everything in the game, which is not that difficult. And I would say a big part of the player base that's still playing has already everything. So what does this mean? Well, the leveling system will be completely useless, since while we already have everything, or at least that's what's in the game right now. He says there will be some more content and a new roller coaster, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. But it's just, I really hope, I don't know if you're watching this, Dennis, that we can maybe have the option to do this. since I would just really like to just start over again and not have everything unlocked and just play through it, since then I don't have to make an alt account to at least experience this update, since otherwise, well, I already have unlocked everything. Maybe you can still have the leveling, but then you already have unlocked the rewards, and well, that's just kind of boring then, since what are you doing it for, since you already have everything? And of course, if more content is going to be added in the future, then maybe it's going to be worth it, but I don't know. And how the leveling is going to look, I don't exactly know. I think it's just going to be like a track, sort of like a battle pass. You can sort of see it in that way. And then, well, each level you get, you will just unlock maybe a ride, a roller coaster. Maybe it's even going to be stalls, scenery. I don't exactly know what's all going to be, but it says most content in the game. So, well, it's definitely going to be everything in the right step, apart from maybe like the first few. Who knows? It's going to be stalls or scenery. I don't hope it's going to be scenery, since that it feels a little bit weird to put a lot of the scenery that you already always had, apart from, of course, some of the things you unlock with the achievements. I can see those being locked behind the levels, which I'm fine with. But stuff like if you're going to lock terrain or paths behind the leveling system, it's I'm not really sure about that. But yeah, that's just the main issue what I have right now with the leveling system. We don't know exactly what's, of course, going to be, but so for the people that have already all the roller coasters, all the rides, you will also already have that all unlocked in the leveling system. So I don't know if you have unlocked everything, that you already start at level 80 and that you basically are there, or if you still start at level 0 but you have to still complete the whole thing. I don't know how you're going to get like the levels experience, or however it's going to work, but we'll of course know that November 4. There's a few more things I want to talk about before I end this video. This update will also feature other new content. Now, other new content, that can be rides, roller coasters. Maybe we're going to get new primitives, materials, maybe new stalls, since we of course still need the other stall reworks, since we still have these ugly stalls, which, let's say, not the best looking, are they? And well, we of course always wanted so many new things like nature, better trees and stuff, but I don't know if we're going to exactly get that. For what I think, it's probably just going to be another ride or like another skin. And we're also getting finally the reworked version of the Beyond vertical drop coaster. And this is a roller coaster that has been in the game since like 2020, 2019, that really needed a rework, since this is probably right now the worst coaster in the game, together with the phase turbine. I really hope we are going to get skins for either the Gerstlauer version and of course the Striker version from Mac, like Voltron. I really hope we're going to get that. Maybe we're even going to be able to get the option of changing the track type, since of course these coasters have like a triangle track, but also sometimes just flat track. So we'll see how that's going to go. And another fun thing is, of course, Planet Coaster is being released 6 November. And well, I can sort of see why this update took 10 weeks with the whole leveling system, but is it going to be worth waiting 10 weeks just for it to be released 2 days in front of Planet Coaster 2? Since of course Dennis is doing it because of that. We all know that Dennis needs to put a big update up before Planet Coaster 2 to keep the players, since if this update is going to be bad and people are not enjoying it and not liking it, I know a lot of the player base that are like the experienced people and stuff, like even like me, will probably head more and more towards Planet Coaster 2. And I'm sad to see that if that would happen to this game, since this game deserves so much more. And I can see this leveling system being a lot more friendly against new players, but then you get the problem again, are new players really discovering the game with the icon never changing, the thumbnails never changing, Dennis never doing really anything with the community? It's very difficult for a new person to just find this game and think, oh, there is an update, since he never does anything with the branding of the game. It's a game on Roblox and it's like tucked away in a dark corner of it, and Dennis can easily get out of it, but he just decides not to. So we're going to see what's going to happen with this update. We have a few more days. Let me know down in the comments what you think of the leveling system and well, possibly this update, and let me know what you think is going to be in it and how it's going to work. So guys, I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe on my channel, and I will say, as always, goodbye.